Yo, 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 what is up guys? Welcome back to our video channel today on F125. So we're here doing something a little bit different today on this channel. We are doing Breaking Point 3 of the story mode of this game. So yeah, so let's jump into the story mode of Breaking Point 3 and see what it goes up to. So this is the first time doing this story mode, so let's see what we can do from here. So let's get with the story mode.
Previously, in Breaking Point.
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
Aiden, listen.
Between you and me, I don't think this team is right for me.
Callie Mayer becomes the first woman ever to win the F2 championship.
What about your dad? Has he called to congratulate you yet, Callie?
Nope. Next question.
Devon Butler now. Oh, that's not good. Oh no, Devon Butler spins. He's out.
It was his hearing. He'd been keeping it from us.
I'm done, Casper.
I think maybe he'd been trying to keep it from himself. So if Devon, your son, can't drive, how about your daughter?
Callie Mayer becomes the first female driver of the modern era to participate in an F1 race.
Here she comes. But there's contact between the two Connor Sport drivers.
Aiden, are you alright? It's just another Butler.
The two Connor Sport teammates not exactly doing each other any favours this afternoon.
What is Aiden playing at? Thought he was too good for the team. He just had a bit of an attitude problem.
Enough! It has to stop. Understand?
I must take care of the business, Callie. Who do you think will inherit it after I'm gone?
Well, Devon, obviously. I wanted you to fight for me. He never listened to me. He always listened to you.
You know what it's like to leave all this behind, don't you?
Yeah, it's the most difficult thing I've ever done.
I didn't choose this, Casper.
I've had an entire season of you whispering in people's ears. I'm asking you to leave the meeting.
You can't be serious.
This is not your team. And after today, it might not even exist.
You coming, Devon?
Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually stay.
You all know what's at stake. If we race as individuals today, the team dies.
I'm sorry if I was ever...
I will forgive you on one condition.
What's that?
You get your share of the points.
Aiden's out. I heard.
Sure about this?
I'm sure about everything.
Is this a team order?
It's just not going to make up that much ground. It can't be done. Just cruise it in, Cal. Trust me, you watch it go.
And to the checkered flag for one final time. That is some race from Callie Mayer.
What an incredible performance by her today. Connor Sport, sure, will be very delighted with that one.
Well, here we are then, the final day of pre-season testing here in Bahrain.
It's been good, hasn't it, so far, Crofty? We've seen all the teams out there, putting in the miles, putting in the laps, and we come away from it still not knowing who's going to be the team to beat. It looks super competitive as always.
Now, you're not wrong, Ange. Red Bull and Ferrari have looked impressive, as expected, but it's Connor Sport that have really been the talk of the paddock so far this week.
Okay, Aiden, we've got some great data over the past couple of days. We're all really happy, but let's make this a big, strong finish, yeah?
Yeah, copy.
Right, we've gone with a brand new setup on the car here, so just use this lap to get accustomed to the changes, and once you feel like you're happy enough with everything, you can come back to the pits at any time to end the session.
Okay, sounds good.
Great, I'll leave it up to you.
So we're kicking off with the pre-season testing at Bahrain, so testing out the new car for the 2024 season. And what I'm doing right now is just driving around Bahrain and getting the feel of the car for this year's season. So yeah, it's the first time they're doing testing on this game, so that's quite a cool thing to do, really. So they should do that every single new season of career mode to test out the cars for a practice session or something like that. That'd be quite a cool thing to do. Not just my team, but also driver's career as well. Just kind of freshening up a little bit and all that. Yeah, so just making sure everything's okay with the car, and yeah. So you see the cutscenes in the background, and then from the previous story of Breaking Point 2 there, from the last one. So yeah, there's loads of cutscenes there, so hopefully there's going to be more cutscenes onto this video, so that's why the video is so long today. I mean, I can't remember the last time I made a longer video than story mode and all that. Yeah, so we're just doing, just going around the end of the map now, and see what is my next thing I've got to do. So maybe I have to beat my target time or something. So that's kind of my plan, I think. So let's see. We check the radio when we cross the 9.
Right, we'd like you to push it on this next lap, please, mate. Can do.
So yeah, now we got to try and beat our target time of the session. So see if we get the top of the leaderboard. So the target time is, you can see on the screen there, on the left side of the screen. That's the time I got to beat. So yeah, so what I got to do is try and beat my lap time, target lap time. So what I'm doing right now is just trying to maximum out of the car as much as I can. Make sure everything's all sorted out before the new season begins. Luckily, Williams moved out of the way there, so very nice. So that at least I don't get messed up on my lap. Yeah, so not too bad. Yeah, I'm feeling okay at this stage. So I was looking forward. I'm looking forward to this chapter of this story mode. So I mean, I've been waiting for like a few months for this. So since the reveal trailer came out. Yeah, so it's finally here now. So if you guys hope you guys see how it feels so far. If it's different. Is it good or is it bad? Let me know if it's good or not. Just let me know. Yeah, coming towards the end of that now. Looks like we're going purple on this map, so this should do well with the target time and all that.
Right, that's excellent stuff, mate. We're seeing really positive data from that run, so just when you're done, bring it back into the pits. Copy.
So we just beat our target lap time, so now we can jump into the pit lane and see what's up next.
I've already told Casper, let the car run a little wider out of turn 4. You can really extend the track there.
I don't know. We're already pretty close to track limits at that point.
Well, you're leaving time on the table, so just let it run a little wider. It's all
Yeah,
good.
but you're not the one behind the wheel, Dev.
We might be pushing our luck with this steward, so we'll have to side with Callie on this one.
Ask Casper, he'll agree with me.
Yeah, they're here now. Just give me a second. Devon, just a man. So we look through the data, and if we adjust the ERS harvesting rate, we should see some improvement on those turns.
Told you.
Right, okay, settle down. Got someone who wants to speak to you all. Right, they're listening now. Davidoff.
Good. So, as your new team owner, I thought it only right that I check up on my investments. And I'm glad I did. Casper's just filled me in on the lap times. I just wanted to say, well done. I'm impressed. But Red Bull's numbers are better, so there's still room for improvement.
Well, now we know what we're up against. I'm sure me and
Callie,
Aiden could...
don't have time to chat. All I wanted to say is that I'm expecting great things from our drivers this season. We all are. Just don't let yourselves down.
And no worries, Dad. We're all over it.
Good man. I'll fly out to Bahrain as soon as I can. Ciao.
Well, he's right, you know. With times like these, we could be real contenders this season.
Well, looks promising in the testing. So good testing is all good. And then we move on to the first chapter now of this story mode. So waiting for this loading screen to come up. There you go. So we had the Imola Grand Prix for several races into the 2024 season. We are still early. Colin Sport has a start of the 2024 season. You'll see it there, so you can pause the video anytime you want. So I'm just going to continue the next bit and see what happens.
We had an incredible start to the 24 season. Better than any of us could have imagined.
And do you think any of that was down to Davidoff Butler buying the team?
Undoubtedly. I mean, Davidoff had a way of pushing people's buttons to motivate them, as he would call it. Besides, both his kids were at Connor Sport, So if there are any disagreements, which there were, he could be very...
persuasive. He would always get what he wanted. Why do you think I sold the team to him at the end of 2023?
Yeah, very weird going on there. But yeah, weird enough, but I'm not sure what's happening. But we move on to this. We've got a choice to make. We can deny it or we can go ahead. So I decided this watching thing, it's all about the watch thing. So I decided to deny it for this one. So just trying to focus on this season, and then we can focus on that maybe later on, maybe. So yeah, so you see in the background, you got reputation, performance as usual, and we got a phone call from David.
Davidoff.
Casper, how's everything shaping up?
Pretty good. We're just about to go over the data from FP3. I want to encourage Callie to adjust the brake balance. She's still locking up coming out of turn 7. And as for Aiden,
Good. Casper, listen, we need another strong showing at him.
Of course.
Getting a great result in Ferrari homeland would show that we're serious about making the top 3.
And we are, as you know. We've delivered a good car this year, so don't
But there's always a better car around the corner. Stay hungry, Casper. Also, I understand my old friend Ernst has been in touch about a shoot with some watches.
Oh, Eichenberger. Yeah. But, you know, I can't allow it this time. I mean, we're under a lot of...
No. Ernst is an old Cambridge chum of mine. It's important to me. It simply must happen. I don't want to go into why this, why that. Just do it.
Okay, I'll get it arranged.
Good man. Thank you. Now I've got some other calls to make. Talk later. Keep the pressure on.
Yeah, that was a phone call from Daveoff. So yeah, in the background now, I was just checking social medias, emails and news and all that. So it's there. You can check it out, but normally you can pause it anytime you want when that happens. So you can pause it anytime you want on Vidno. You can check it out on this fit anytime you want. It's up to you. So yeah, let's jump into the race now, and we can choose a driver. So this is new on this year's. This is new in this story mode. So you can choose Aiden or Callie for this one. So I decided to go for Aiden for this first chapter. So we're at mid-race, and with the race full swing, Aiden Jackson set his sights thoroughly challenging the race leaders. So yeah, so let's hope we get a good result at Imola. So let's get a good first chapter for this one.
What a great battle down the straight here at Imola. There's not much space between Red Bull and Connor Sports, and there's contact and into the gravel. Jackson's off, Verstappen's unaffected, and he races on ahead.
Verstappen definitely benefits from that one. Was there room for it though? I'm not too sure.
Everything okay, Aiden? Not happy. Yeah, well, it looks like you've escaped unscathed. Now head down and let's go, yeah? I'm already on it.
Yeah, an instant there between Verstappen and him. Well, he wasn't happy about it, so now we've got to try and head down and try and see what we can do, really, in the middle of the end of stages of the race. So our target is to finish third and above, so we've got to finish third place in this race. So that means we've got to overtake Verstappen again to try out. And also, you look down there, you also got to try and get to 5th by the end of lap 14. So that is another target as well. So that's kind of like reputation, and then the top one is kind of performance. So that's why it's purple and different there. So yeah, now we've got to try our best, and just overtook Sainz on the main straight with DRS. So into P6 already. Now we've got Verstappen right in front of us, where we got into an instant a lap ago, and then now we're going to try and see if we can find a way through. So we're coming towards this end of the first sector now, coming towards this turn 7. We managed to dive the inside though.
Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work.
Yeah, very nice from Jeff there, overtaking Verstappen at turn 7 there at the hairpin. yeah, so now we've got to try and catch up to our teammate, Caddy Mayer, right in front of us. So, and also we're not going to waste our time using our ERS to overtake him, overtaking our teammate before the chicane right here. So very nicely. So no team orders there, so very nicely. So no team orders, so that's fine. So we can move on to the next one. The next one is Oscar Piastri for P3. That is our where we need to be. So we are making progress very nicely. So now we've got loads of battery to use, set the fast lap of the race, and managed to get past P3 very nicely. So that is our target. Job done. So we beat our target. Now we're into our third place target where we need to be. So now let's try and bring this home really and see what we can do from there really. We are definitely catching the leaders though, so we might have a chance of maybe not just P2 but also maybe a win maybe if we have a chance. So we are definitely gaining on the leaders right here, so definitely pushing as normally, what I always do, just try my best out of the performance of this car and do what I can do. So yeah, coming through the tricky part of this layout, very nicely through here, a little bit on the gravel there, but it's fine. Surprised there's no track limits, so looks like it's regular for now. So yeah, no track limits, so I'm guessing they took restricted off for this story mode, so this is regular instead. So yeah, into the DRS zone of behind this Red Bull driver, or Perez, is still in the game though, so that's quite to see. So yeah, so we've got DRS, and I got overtook Perez before the DRS zone, so that's quite cool. I think I had a good exit or something, I don't know. So yeah, into P2. Now I just need to... leader's just up the road, right in front of me. So we're into the DRS zone from the leader, and let's see if we can catch this Leclerc for the lead. I mean, it is Ferrari's home race, so we will see what we can do from here. So, see what we can do. We're definitely catching though, so we are definitely catching by a few tenths every sector. So, using all the battery, going to the outside, just enough space there before this corner right here, and that is for the lead of P1 with 2 laps to go. So very nicely. So now we just need to bring it home and see what we can do from there really, making no mistakes. Luckily, 2 laps later, nothing happening, so no issues at all. So around the last 2 corners, very nicely, and no mistakes, and that is a victory at Imola. Good result for the team.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done. Woo! Yeah! Come on!
Gotta say, it's been another good day for Connor Sport today. A string of positive performances recently has seen them establish themselves well and truly ahead of the midfield.
Yeah, they're in the top 3 now, Crofty. A great season so far, and I've been really impressed with both Mayer and Jackson.
I don't think you're the only one there, Ants. We'll be watching their season with interest. Well, Connor Sport are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
So yeah, very nicely. So good result for the team, and fantastic drive from Aiden there for Connor Sport. So we're making progress this season. That's why we're off to a good start of the season, of this new season, in few races in. So yeah, new podium looks fantastic. Like I said in the previous video, if you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. That'll be at the end of the video, so that's from AI Racing for the first time. So yeah, so let's go into the interviews, and we've got some interviews to do. So let's go into that and let's see what the questions are really.
Aiden, what a battle with Max out there today. How did you find it?
Yeah, it's, to be honest with you, it's not about him. You know, of course he's tough, but I've got to maximise my performance out there, no matter who I'm up against. The car is good. It's as good as it's ever been. And, you know, if I can get the most out of it, then I can take on anyone on this grid, which is a great feeling. And, you know, it's a great feeling to come out on top in a battle like that. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter who the people in the other cars are. I'm really just competing with myself.
You're now third in the Constructors. That's the best start to a season the team has ever had. So, what do you put it down to?
I think it says a lot about the team. You know, the engineers, mechanics, strategists, they've all worked tirelessly to get us to this point. And, yeah, we're working harder than ever to be as good as we can possibly be. And, you know, to achieve third place in the standings, I think that's a fair result for all of the efforts the team has put in.
Do you feel like you're sending a message to the rest of the grid with these kinds of results?
Absolutely. Well, that's why we're here, to take the fight to the big teams. We're more than just a new team. We're not just here to make up the numbers. We're here to compete with the best. And that's always been the case. And, it's really great that the results are finally beginning to reflect that.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
Yeah, so first time I done some interviews, got some good questions, and yeah, just making some answers what I have to do. Yeah, post-race, racing between Verstappen and him, the side, but Adrian had a good result performance for a finish off Corner Sport impressive season. So yeah, that is chapter 1 done.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes.
Devon.
Hey, Dad. Just congratulating the guys on a job well done.
There was no time for that. We all did well. How are preparations coming on for Monaco?
I'm sure everything's in hand.
Listen, Devon. We don't have time to rest on our laurels. I want the race data analysed and full diagnostic reports on Casper's desk before we begin packing down. Listen, you've dropped the ball on this one. You cannot take your foot off the gas, not when Connosport is this close to success. I expect you to take charge. Show the team what a leader is.
Yeah, well, it's a bit difficult, that, Dad. I'm team liaison. Basically, I pass notes between departments. Not exactly leadership material, is it?
Devon, you have got to focus on the bigger picture. Casper.
Davidoff. Devon, can you give us a minute? Just need to talk to your father.
Yeah, sure thing, boss. I'll just go and liaise, yeah?
Davidoff, why so full on?
I'm just trying to motivate him, is all. He needs to stay focused.
Yeah, I'm talking about the team. They've just had a fantastic result and you're... Just give them some space to simmer down, to celebrate.
Of course. You're right. But we cannot lose momentum now, Casper. Everything must be in its place.
What are you planning?
What do you mean?
I've seen that face before. I mean, whatever it is, just keep me informed. I don't want any nasty surprises.
I'm just looking out for my family, that's all.
Okay.
Something's going up with these two. Something's up from David off. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, so we move on to, well, I'm guessing a phone call right now from the man himself. So let's see what he's up to.
Davidoff, hi.
I missed you just now, Aiden. Some race out there.
Yeah, thanks. It was a decent performance.
Decent? It was more than just decent, Aiden. Those are the kind of performances that win titles.
Yeah, you know, that's what we're aiming for.
Exactly. And, I think merits another steak night.
You know, you don't have to take me out for steak every time I have a good race.
Indulge me, Aiden. Callie won't ever accept, and I see far too much Devon as it is.
All right, Davidoff. That's very kind.
Good, thank you. There's a place called Giovanni's, not far from the hotel. I'll see you there at 8.
Thanks, Davidoff.
Ciao.
He's saying congratulations on the result. He wants me to take out to the steak, so every time we get a good result, but I don't know why, but I haven't got time for a steak, but I need to get this I need to do the next chapter though. But yeah, so that was appreciate where that was. So we move on to the next chapter now for chapter 2 at the Austrian Grand Prix mid-race. As the paddock heads to the mountains of the Austrian Grand Prix, Jackson and Caddy are hoping we get a good momentum deeper into the season. So let's jump into chapter 2. Let's see what's going on.
Excellent start, Aiden. Now's our time to push. Come on.
Copy that.
Okay, so it looks like we are trying to push through the field, I'm guessing. So we've got to try to overtake Norris before lap 13. So that is our target for this race. So yeah, so we are in P6 behind Sainz. So we've got to try to get Norris before lap 13. So that is our target for this one. So I decided to go down the inside at this corner on the middle of the sector of the lap. So got past him nicely. So now we can move on to the next car. That is his teammate up ahead. So yeah, just pushing right now. Just to try and get into the DRS of his teammate. But luckily we're in the DRS, so very nicely there. No worries at all. So now I'm just trying to save a little bit of battery while using DRS. And then down towards turn 1. Going side by side though. Very nicely around the outside with DRS. Now we're going to try and get Russell for P3. So we are trying to catch Norris before the end of that 13. So as much as we can. So just taking my time through turn 3 right here. With a good traction with DRS. Managed to get past Russell very nicely. And now we can catch to Verstappen. That he's literally just up the road. At turn 4, just getting nicely through here, very nicely. So now we got, so we're just trying, we do here, very nicely through the middle sector, very nicely, just make sure I don't go into, well, make a mistake here or something, but it's very nicely though, no issues at all. Yeah, just pushing at the moment, so just training my battery as much, saving as battery as I can. Got a little bit wide here, but because of the understeer and the dirty air. Well, understeer is a little bit different this year, so I had to brake a little bit earlier than I was on F124. So yeah, so getting past the lap car, well, he was kind of in the worst way, but at least we got past him eventually, and I managed to get Verstappen in onto the straight before turn 3. So he nicely there. So now we can catch up to Norris for the lead of the race. So this is for the lead. So initially in P2 right now. Managed to get a really good exit on Norris and getting past his back marker. And there you go. That is job done for the lead. Nicely. Not too worried at all.
Some brilliant laps out there at the Red Bull Ring today, especially from our race leader Aiden Jackson.
And his teammate Mayo is making up ground out there as we speak.
An impressive overtake on the cards. Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. Mayer moves another place closer to her teammate in first.
Aiden's in first.
Copy that. Aiden is in first.
Can I catch him?
Let's go and find out, mate. Come on.
I can catch him.
So now we just had a cutscene. So Caddy took the Red Bull driver into P7. So now our now her target is to win the race. So now I've got to try and go through the field again and catch up to his teammate for the lead, because his teammate is doing really well at the moment, making progress. And now she's got to try and get through the field, and hopefully we can get a 1-2 for Connor Sport. So that would be quite a good result for the team. So Russell's going defensive at turn 3, so I decided to go around the outside. Good traction and got a good exit. And I also got double into 1 nicely there on that straight. Fantastic. So not too bad. So now we've got to try and catch up to Verstappen, who's in P3. And got past his back marker. Lucky he moved out of the way. So at least I can get held up. So now I'm just pushing right now, just to try to get through the field and see what we can do from there, really. Now just pushing as much as I can to get into the DRS, because DRS might be important, so Just need to, so we can just follow them a little bit. Yeah, through here nicely. No issues at all. Now, disabling all their battery, just to save down towards the next straight, towards turn 3, and then get a good exit at turn 1 with all the ERS and DRS. I wasn't sure where I was going, but I was going to go to the right and then to the left, but I should have turned a little bit earlier, but it's what it is. But sometimes mistakes happens, but at least I got past him anyway, so no issues at all there. So now I'm going to try catch to Norris, who's in P2, so that is our next target. So initially, right onto the engine gearbox already, on the exit of turn 4. So I go for the move here, down towards this corner, like I did with Sights. And yeah, very nicely. So that is P2. No issue, no worries at all there. So now, let's catch up to the race leader. He's about 2 seconds ahead, so got some catching up to do. So now we're just pushing my lap, pushing a little bit hard on this lap, and saving a little bit of battery down towards turn 1 as much as I can, and then try to get good exit at turn 1, and hopefully we see what happens from there. Really, using a little bit of EOS just in case, to get a good momentum. So yeah, so now I've got to try and I am the quickest guy on track, so just trying to help the rotation and support with performance, I think that's what it's called. So just trying to get the rotation up a little bit, because he can knock some more answers in the interviews. So that's what I'm trying to do. Well, not trying to do, but also trying to do the best I can on that. So yeah, so I managed to go up to the leader now. Took me a lap to catch. It took me about a lap and a half to catch him up. So very nicely there. So now this is for the lead. So now hopefully we hope not have any team orders or something happening. But so it turns out there's no team orders. So like it was in Imola. So it looks like there's no team orders. So I'm guessing we're here to race. So instead of it was on breakpoint 2, we had some issues along the way. But luckily there's no issues this time around with teammates. Luckily we got past him on this straight before turn 3 using DRS and all that, and there you go. And that is for the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix, and we are 1-2 at the moment for Connosport, while the Red Bull are kind of in the top 10 and full place, and Ferrari are kind of in the mix as well. So yeah, very nicely through there. So now, right, so skipping for 4 laps now into the race. Nothing happened that much. So yeah, so coming around the last few 2 corners now, and it's a victorious at the Austrian Grand Prix with a 1-2 victory for Connosport. Good result for the team.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Woo! Yes!
In a league of their own today, and what a day for Connosport.
It really is, Crofty. There'll be people out there wondering when was this team going to slip up, but so far they haven't. It's been a great performance from both of their drivers.
And that performance puts them in 2nd place in the Constructors' Championship, within striking distance of Red Bull. Can they top the table? Well, with performances like that, I'd say they could. And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. So congratulations then to Connosport, your race winners today.
Yeah, that is fantastic for Connosport with a 1-2 victory there at the Austrian Grand Prix. Yeah, good teamwork, good strategy, and good racecraft and good performance by the team. So yeah, we are leading the team standings right now. So that is good news for Connosport and the team. So yeah, so we are definitely leading the standings right now after this race. And now, after this podium celebration on the 1-2 for the team, let's jump into the interviews now, and got some more questions to ask. So let's see what the questions are and get them right answers.
Callie, congratulations on 1st place today. How do you feel?
thanks. I feel good. I'm feeling more and more confident with each race, and I felt in control from start to finish out there today. And this is exactly where we want to be. Not just fighting for the podium, but fighting for the outright win. It just proves to me that I can be out there beating the best, and it proves to the team we've got what it takes to compete at the highest levels of the sport.
You had to go through your teammate to secure victory today, so come on, what was it like taking on Aiden out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's all fun and games and training, but I'm actually really competitive with Aiden on the track, more so than anyone else on the grid, so it definitely keeps things interesting out there. I know he's giving it everything, and I know as well as anyone how good he is, and that makes my victory all the sweeter.
Well, today has moved Connorsport up to second in the table for the first time ever, but can you sustain this level throughout the rest of the season?
I hope so. It's not easy out there. Red Bull are so strong, and we've yet to put any meaningful distance between us and Ferrari, but we'll keep working hard, keep giving it our all, and then who knows? There's a long way to go, and we all know how unpredictable this sport can be, so I guess we'll see.
That's great, thank you.
Interview's done, questions done, very nicely. Good questions there. So, a dominant performance by Connorsport at the Red Bull Ring. And we've got the team meeting for something's happening in the cutscene. So, I'll let you guys watch it from there, really.
Thank you for staying behind. Connorsport's flying this season, flying. We're one place behind Red Bull. But it's a long season. I won't be around for a race or two. I have a bit of business I can't avoid. So I thought we'd get together and make sure that you understand what I expect from you in my absence.
Well, you said it yourself. We're flying, right? So we just keep doing what we're doing.
No. Look, if we're to catch Red Bull, take Connorsport to the next level, each of you is going to have to step it up. Devon, you need to take charge more. You're a butler, a man of action. You need to start acting like one.
What's Casper said about that?
Callie, in my absence, follow Devon's lead. No arguments.
Finally.
Casper will be calling the shots, as usual. But Devon speaks for me. Is that clear?
Sure, no problem.
So, when we reach the top of the table, Connorsport will no longer be the hunter, but the hunted, and every team will be gunning for you. So, Aiden, if there are any disagreements anywhere in the team, don't be afraid to step in. Casper is going to be coming under increasing stress over the next few races. I need to make sure there's someone there with a cool head, able to smooth things over. And to keep half an eye on these two. Now, does everyone understand what I want them to do? Have I made myself clear?
Crystal. Of course.
Sure.
Good. I think we're done here. Remember what I said? You can close the door on your way out.
So, looks like Davoff is decided to miss a race or two to give it to his son as a team owner of Connorsport. So, agreements or disagreements there? I'm not sure what's going on here. So yeah, so let's move on to into the race room with Callie's room. We got a phone call from her mum.
Mum.
Congratulations, Cal! I was screaming at my TV.
All nice things, I hope.
You are the best driver on the grid right now. There, I've said it.
Thanks, Mum. How's everything?
Oh, well, funny you should ask. I've just had a call from your father.
You answered?
I suppose I was curious.
What did he want?
Well, he called to talk about you. Isn't she doing well? That kind of thing.
Okay.
And then he wished me well. And he said he had to take another call, and he went.
Weird.
Has he mentioned me at all?
I mean, we don't really talk.
No. Of course you don't. Sorry. Suppose not. Anyway, darling, well done again. I'll let you go, sweetie.
Bye, Mum.
Yeah, so that is her mum calling us, saying congratulations to the race. So I appreciate that from that. So yeah, so that's from me today, from this story mode, the first part of the story mode in chapters 1 and 2 of Breaking Point 3. So yes, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, they appreciate it a lot, that makes support all that. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, that appreciate it a lot as well. And I'll see you guys next video, see you guys next time on F125 of the next chapter of Breaking Point 3. So have a nice day, enjoy your weekend, and see you later.